Hey everybody, it's Tanika and today I'm bringing you my most anticipated book releases of 2018. I'm very excited to show you guys what I'm really looking forward to next year. There's a lot on this list and I've tried to narrow it down as much as possible. I think I've still got like about 15 maybe on here. But originally I had about 25 or 30, which was ridiculous. So I managed to narrow it down to about 15 for you guys, and without further ado, I will get into the video. So the first book I'm really excited for is Love, Hate and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed, and this comes out on January 16th, so this is like the first big release that I'm really anticipating of the new year. This is about a girl named Maya who is a Indian American Muslim teenager, and this is a Own Voices novel as well. So the main character Maya dreams of going to New York City and living there to pursue her dreams of going to film school, and she also secretly hopes that she might have a chance with a boy she's had a crush on and who she has been admiring from afar for a really long time, now that they've kind of exited high school and he's entered her world a little bit more. So Maya has big dreams and big hopes for her future, but one day her life is turned upside down when a horrific terrorist attack happens, and the terrorist that is responsible for the attack shares her last name. Maya ends up confronting a lot of Islamophobia as a result of this, and I believe it kind of follows her story from there. It sounds really incredible. The next book I am really excited about is called Let's Talk About Love by Cohn, and this comes out on January 23rd. Let's Talk About Love is a story about a biromantic asexual college student named Alice. Now Alice has a great job, amazing friends, and she does really want to have a romantic experience with somebody as well, so she does want to date. But according to this, according to the synopsis, it says that she wants feels, cuddling, kissing and swoons galore as long as it doesn't lead to having sex, which gives me the impression that she might be sex repulsed, but I'm not 100% sure with that one. Eventually Alice ends up experiencing instant attraction for the first time ever towards her co-worker Takumi. Alice doesn't really know what to do about this, and she doesn't know whether to tell him the truth, I'm assuming about her being asexual. It sounds like it's going to be a really cute contemporary, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm so excited that it has a asexual main character as well. I just there's more asexual characters out there, and there's more characters coming out on the asexual spectrum, which is just amazing, and I absolutely love it. So I'm very much looking forward to that one as well. The next book I'm really looking forward to also comes out on January 23rd, and that is Markswoman by Roti Mehrotra, and this is about a girl named Kyra who is the youngest markswoman in the Order of Kali, which is a highly trained sisterhood of elite warriors armed with telepathic blades. One day Kyra's mentor ends up dying by mysterious circumstances, and she's eventually forced to go on the run. Meanwhile, Tamsin, who is the mistress of the mental arts, assumes control of the Order, which is like the Order of the Sisterhood that she's a part of, and so Kyra ends up suspecting Tamsin has motives to kill her mentor in the first place. So I believe this is a fantasy novel with a little bit of mystery surrounding it, and I'm in love with the cover. I think it looks absolutely amazing and it sounds really awesome as well, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next book I'm really excited about is I Am Thunder by Muhammad Khan, and this comes out on January 25th. This is about a girl named Musna who dreams of becoming a writer one day, but she has really controlling parents who just want to push her to become a doctor. Musna is forced to move to a new school in South London after her best friend had a complete scandal and she was shamed for it. And so she ends up meeting a boy named Arif, I believe, and he shows interest in her and encourages Musna to explore her freedom. And it implies that he's hiding his own secrets along with his brother, and he begins to influence Musna with their extreme view of the world. As her new freedom starts to disappear, Musna is forced to question everything around her and make a terrible choice: keep quiet and betray herself, or speak out and betray her heart. I Am Thunder is an Own Voices novel for Muslim representation. I believe it really explores extremism from a Muslim perspective. When I read the synopsis for this, I thought it sounded so powerful and so amazing, and I read about it a few months ago, and it's easily become like one of my most anticipated reads of next year because I think it just sounds so incredible, and it's something that's really relevant as well. And I believe it's set in the UK, and I'm pretty sure he actually teaches at a school in the UK as well, so it's very much based on his real life experiences, if you will, as well. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that one. The next book I'm really looking forward to is Reign the Earth by A.C. Cohn, and this comes out on January 30th. And I'm just going to like quickly read the synopsis with this one because I can't quite wrap my head around it. It says, Shalia is a proud daughter of the desert, but after years of devastating war with the adjoining kingdom, her people are desperate for peace. Willing to trade her freedom to ensure the safety of her family, Shalia becomes queen of the Bonelands. But soon she learns that her husband, Calix, is only motivated by his desire to exterminate the Elemente, mystical people who control earth, wind, air, and fire. Even more unsettling are Shalia's feelings for her husband's brother, which unleash a power over the earth she never knew she possessed, a power that could get her killed. As rumours of a rebellion against Calix spread, Shalia must choose between the last chance for peace and her own future as an Elemente. I originally got really hyped for this one purely because of the cover, because it looks amazing. It's so beautiful. When I found out that the magic system involves elemental powers, I got really excited because that is something that I found really fun in books and kind of media in general. So I'm very much looking forward to that one, and it sounds really amazing. Next up is The Bells by Johnny L. Clayton, and this comes out on February 6th. In the world of the Bells, beauty is a commodity, and so everyone is born grey, and in order to become beautiful they must be turned beautiful by a belle. So this follows the story of a belle named Camellia who isn't content with just being a belle. She wants to rise up in the ranks and work in the palace for the queen, and so I believe it kind of follows from there. It sounds really different, and I again am in love with the cover. There are so many beautiful covers coming out next year. So yeah, I've heard really amazing things from people who have been lucky enough to read it early, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next book I'm really looking forward to comes out on February 8th, and that is Goodbye Perfect by Sarah Bernard. And this one I've heard so many good things about already from people who've also gotten early copies. I haven't read mine yet, but I am participating in the blog tour for this as well, so keep an eye out for that, and I will like link it down below whenever it's up in February. And I'll just quickly read the back for this one. So it says, Eden McKinley knows she can't count on much in this world, but she can depend on Bonnie, her solid, steady, straight A best friend. So it's a bit of a surprise when her Bonnie runs away with the boyfriend Eden knows nothing about 5 days before the start of their GCSEs, I think that's like exams. The police arrive on her doorstep, and Eden finds out that the boyfriend is actually their music teacher, Mr. Cohn. Sworn to secrecy and bound by loyalty, only Eden knows Bonnie's location, and that's the way it has to stay. There's no way she's betraying her best friend, not even when she's faced with police questioning, suspicious parents, and her own growing doubts. As the days pass and things begin to unravel, Eden is forced to question everything she thought she knew about the world, her best friend, and herself. So it sounds really intriguing. I've heard so many amazing things about Sarah Bernard's writing. I'm interested to see how the student-teacher relationship is explored in here, because I mean that's like a really fine line to like toe across anyway, and I feel like, I mean obviously the relationship in this book is illegal, so like I know that you see like a lot of like teacher-student relationships in YA fiction in general, but I feel like they're kind of they're deemed acceptable in a lot of the books, whereas the impression I get with this one is that it's not acceptable at all, and Eden is just trying to figure things out and figure out her place in regards to her best friend and the law and everything like that as well. So I'm very excited for that one. It sounds really different, and I'm looking forward to reading it very soon. The next book I'm very excited for is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and this one sounds so incredible. And I initially like came across this one purely because of the cover, and I fell in love with the cover, and then I fell in love with the synopsis, and it just sounds amazing. This book comes out on the 6th of March, and this is about a girl named Zelly who remembers everything about magic when her world had magic, but one day magic disappears, and so under the orders of a ruthless king, Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zelly without a mother and her people without hope. And I believe it's kind of like like a vengeance story, and she wants to try and bring back magic as well. I don't know too much else apart from that. All it says on the back is, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. And like, that tagline alone has me so hyped because it sounds amazing, and I'm very, very, very lucky to have an arc of this, so I'm very excited to read it very, very soon. I'm probably going to read it like in January or February. I'll see how I go, but I'm very, very excited for that one. The next book I'm very excited for is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and this comes out on March 13th. This is the third and final book, I believe, in the Illuminate trilogy. I won't go into too much detail in case you haven't read Illuminate or Gemini yet, but if you haven't, you definitely should. It is a sci-fi series which is told entirely in different media formats. So it's told in like messages and camera recordings and like emails and everything like that, and it's really, really, really awesome, and it's really unique to look at as well. I don't actually have the book on me, unfortunately, at the moment. It is again in storage at the moment, but it looks really, really awesome, and it's a really different reading experience. Like, they're chunky books, but they're so easy to read, and I'm really excited to see where the third one takes us. The next book I'm really looking forward to is called Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian, and this comes out on April 24th. The main character, Theodosia, was 6 years old when her country was invaded and her mother, the queen, was murdered before her very eyes. 10 years after those events took place, Theo has learnt to live under the new ruler, or the Kaiser, and she is ridiculed as the Ash Princess. Theo pretends to be empty-headed and naive, but in the back of her mind, she just wants to be like kind of kept safe, and she does actually want vengeance for her family. So Ash Princess follows Theo's story where she ends up causing a rebellion and ends up getting vengeance for her family, and it sounds really, really amazing. It sounds kind of like typical YA fantasy, but as far as YA fantasy that is coming out next year goes, this one sounds really, really awesome and really promising as well, so I've got my hopes up for it. Next up we have Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, which also comes out on April 24th. And of course, this one had to be on my list because Becky Albertalli is one of my favorite authors ever. I loved Simon Versus. I really, really loved Upside. So naturally, I'm very excited for this one. Now, I believe Leah on the Offbeat is kind of like a sequel to Simon Versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which is really, really awesome. It follows the same group of friends, and it follows a girl named Leah, who is a side character in Simon Versus. It follows Leah and her friend group in their senior year of high school, I believe, and Leah hasn't actually come out as bisexual to her friends. She came out as bisexual to her mother, but not her friends yet, although Simon has already come out as gay. And so it kind of follows her journey to doing that, I believe, and she also really likes drumming as well, and I don't really know much else apart from that, but I'm really, really excited to see where this one ends up, and I have really high expectations for it because Becky Albertalli is just amazing, and she's such an amazing writer, and her books make me so happy, so I'm really, really looking forward to this one. Next up is A Quart of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas, and this comes out on May 1st. Now, this is kind of like a bridge novel, if you will, between the events that happened in the ACOTAR trilogy and the following spin-off novels. I won't go into details about the synopsis of this one because it does contain spoilers for the series if you haven't read it already, but I will leave all of the Goodreads links down below anyway, so you can go check them out if you want to. The next one I'm really looking forward to is Lifelike by Jay Kristoff, and this comes out on May 29th, I believe. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what this one is about. I believe it's like a sci-fi and it has androids and robots or something like that, but regardless, I'm gonna read it anyway because I really, really love Jay Kristoff's work, and Lifelike has been on my TBR for like 2 years now. I think like since it was kind of like a unnamed book on Goodreads, I've been looking forward to it, and it's been on my TBR, so I'm very, very happy that it's coming out so soon now. It's only like 5 months away, so it feels like I've been waiting forever, but it's going to be finally here soon, and I'm really looking forward to it because I'm a huge fan of Jay's work. I'm also really looking forward to The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie. This is the sequel or companion to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which was absolutely amazing. It was one of my favorite books of the year. I included it in my favorites videos. I will leave that video linked down below and up here somewhere as well if you haven't watched it yet. But yes, long story short, I absolutely love this book, and all we really know is that it follows Monty's sister Felicity, who I absolutely loved in this book. And all it says is that it's narrated by Felicity and features travel, pirates, and a science girl gang. So I don't know what's in store, but I'm down and I'm so excited because I love these characters so much and I love Felicity so much, and yeah, I'm really excited for that one, and that one comes out on October 2nd. The next book I'm really looking forward to is quite possibly my most anticipated read of next year, and naturally I'm going to get it straight away because I was super hyped for the first book this year, and that is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which is called Muse of Nightmares. Now this one doesn't have a cover or a release date yet. The synopsis for Muse of Nightmares is really vague like this one was originally, but I'm not going to go into detail anyway because spoilers, but I'm so excited, and it's easily my #1 most anticipated read of next year, and I'm so looking forward to it, and I'm probably gonna die a little bit when I see the cover and then when I actually get my hands on it, and I'm just so excited. I cannot wait. And the final book that I'm really looking forward to in 2018 is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, who also wrote The Hate You Give, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and it was another one of my favorite reads of 2017. It was absolutely phenomenal. This one also doesn't have a cover or a release date yet, and it doesn't even really have much of a synopsis. I believe it follows a girl who grew up in the same neighborhood as Star in this novel, which is Garden Heights, and I believe she dreams of becoming a rapper, but that's all I really know. But I'm really looking forward to it because I love this book so much, and I think Angie, she's just such an amazing writer. Her characters are phenomenal, her writing and world building and everything was just incredible, and so I'm very much looking forward to this one, and I think it's going to be amazing. So they are all of my anticipated reads for 2018, and naturally I'm very excited about all of them. Obviously I cannot wait. I think 2018 is going to be a really good reading year because there are so many amazing books coming out. Yes, I'm very excited for all of these releases. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know down in the comments below what some of your most anticipated reads for next year are, or if you think I missed any that are of note or anything like that. I'd love to put them on my TBR if I haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a happy and safe new year, and I'll see you all next time for a new video. Bye!